Hey YouTube viewers, Mr. Math here with Let's Play Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, and it is time to proceed. Let me check. I only have one heart squid, so I was wondering if maybe I had enough to get some more heart holders. I had forgotten, but no, I only have the one. So it's time to head back to Frostbite Island and go down into the Den of Evil. At least it isn't very far away. It's just where the Techno Baron was standing, which is right here. So down we go. Into the abandoned factory. There's a locked door right here and a treasure chest up here that we can't get to. So I think it's safe to say that we're going to get a jumping upgrade here. And I could have ran for it. It's actually a pretty good way to get through this area. But, you know, I didn't actually need to. Okay. We'll be coming back to this room later, but for now... So here's another locked door. But the thing is, we can't get in there yet because we don't have any keys, and we can't get back up once we get the key that's off this way. So we're in for the long haul. This room can be a bit difficult, even if you are familiar with it. You have to have pretty good timing. And, of course, the pirate hat doesn't hurt. So here's the key. And now we can go back to the locked door on the lower level. I'm sure, by the way, that you noticed the warp squid that was over there. And I called it warp squid again. I am really getting irritated with myself for that. I'm sure you noticed the heart squid that's right below me. In order to get that, we're going to have to come up from the bottom, from underneath. This room can be a bit tricky. There are lots of these machines around, and they like sending these electric sparks about the place. And when you hit them, even just once, they blow up into a series of those little projectiles. Fortunately, this is a safe place to stand. There we go. And now this is a safe place to stand, because that guy's electric sparks can't hit me. As soon as he zaps again... There we go. Now, these things are kind of tricky. It took me forever to work out how they actually do their jobs. You have to hit them in an open eye, and you can see that both of their eyes are open at first. But then after the first time, you have to choose the proper eye. And if you don't, then that happens. It's not the easiest thing in the world to accomplish, because thanks to the rather small eye graphics on the thing, it can be a bit difficult to figure out which one is open. Still, we made it through well enough. And it's another one of these things. Terrific. At least it's only the one. I don't have to jump between them like I did in that area of Propeller Town. And by the way, jumping up here is how we get to that heart squid. Do-do-do-do. Okay. Ow! I was hoping to activate the speed booster. Didn't quite get it though. Yeah, you just speed booster through this hallway. And you end up here. And, in this treasure chest, Risky's cannon. While in the air, push the jump button to jump again. Yeah, you can jump as many as 3 extra times. Now it's tempting to just go straight up there with your new jump tool, and that is what you are quote-unquote supposed to do, but there are a few things we need to collect in this direction. That's one of them. The other one is the heart squid. By the way, if these blocks fall on top of you, you get hurt. So yeah, you want to avoid that. Yeah, by the way, be very careful not to continue spamming the cannon, because you do not want to jump up out of this area. You want to land down here and then go back down. Okay. I guess I didn't need to wait for that, but I did anyway. Okay. So now we're back here. This dungeon, this Den of Evil, is actually, in my opinion, one of the simplest in the game. Even compared to the very first one, it's actually pretty simple and fairly short.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're almost at the end now. Check out the map. I've got most of the map filled in. There's really only 2 areas left we need to go. The place in the top right, and then the corridor that's still dark, which leads to the boss room. And yeah, that's what we needed. That's what we needed the first key for. The key that we got down in that speed booster room. Okay. Now I'm going to run through here. See, wasn't that awesome? Combining the cannon, the hat, and the speed booster is a way to cross really long distances without ever touching the ground, or in some places, without ever falling into the hole. That's going to come in handy more than a few times. And there's that heart squid. By the way, that area that I just went into to get that heart squid, you can use the cannon to break those blocks too, but you know, I'm just used to doing it with the sword, so that's what I used. And now we're almost done. And we're going to get a speed booster charge there, but first we need to unlock that door. And this heart squid. Yay! Okay, so... And yes, we did in fact need to come up here and get this key, because there is another locked door in front of the boss chamber that we couldn't have gotten through without it. And that's it. This dungeon is basically done. All we have to do is beat the boss and... yeah. The boss is pretty interesting. Steel Maggot, Patent Pending. Now what you gotta do is use the cannon to hit the buttons on the top of it. And you gotta hit the buttons in the correct order. The order is randomly determined, and it changes each time. So now the second time, it's not going to be the same as it was the first. So the order is 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed. Okay, let's get this over with faster.
Monster milk. Super pipe ball.
There we go. I should have done that right up front, really. That boss can be really, really tricky the first few times, but once you get the technique down, he becomes pretty simple. So yeah, the abandoned factory is not very difficult. It's short and it has some interesting tricks to it, but once you figure out the tricks, it becomes incredibly easy. Good question, Shantae. Yeah, we probably ought to get moving, huh? Rather than go back to Risky, though, I'm going back to Propeller Town, because now that I have the item from the Den of Evil, I can get the heart squids I had to leave behind when I was there before. Yeah, it's really easy to make it through. What the? Oh, for the love of Pete. I had down the button to activate the hat, but for some reason it didn't activate soon enough. Okay. Here we are back at Propeller Town. And there's really not much left to do. Just gotta collect heart squids and the like. And when I say not much left to do, I mean in the entire game. We're almost right at the end. We are right at the end. And I have to go through this viciously hateful room again. I really hate this place. I mean, it's not difficult once you understand the pattern, but you know, I've mentioned before that rote memorization gameplay is my least favorite type. Wait a second, did I just miss something over there? Nope, there's nothing there. The reason I stopped on top of that ice block is because standing somewhere resets the number of cannon blasts you have available. I had used a few, and I wanted to have all three available to me, just in case. Okay, that got him out of the way. And up we go. Come on, there we go. Why was it stopping? I was in the air current. Oh well. No biggie, I suppose. As long as I made it through, I shouldn't complain too much. Now there is a warp squid in this area. Like I said before, it's up here. And I said warp squid again. Ugh. I'll tell you what that's about. It's an artifact from the first game. In the Game Boy Color game, in each of the dungeons, you had to collect warp squids. And then you took the warp squids back to a town, and that opened up a warp point to that town. And I've played that game so many times that the phrase warp squid is what comes to mind when I think of squids. You know, sorry Nintendo, but when I think of squid, I don't think of Inkling. I think of warp squids from Shantae. And by the way, clinging to a chain also resets the number of cannon blasts you have available. And that other jar over there has another full heal heart. I do not understand why they put two full heal hearts right next to each other like that, but they did. And up here is another exit with a cacklebat. Just in case you're wondering where I am. See, I'm at the very top. You can see the flashing room there. And I just was exploring that big square room immediately to the left. I came in at the bottom right corner of that big square room, and I sort of went the long way around to get to the top right. And now I'm in this place with the cacklebat. Despite what it might look like, this is a dead end. There's no other way out. So I just obtain the cacklebat and go back out. And I just glanced at my gamepad touchscreen. I have 17 Cacklebats. There are 3 left. And here's Bolo. The breath up here is great for my fresh air. Yeah, Bolo is still not very smart. And for some reason, he doesn't have the X-ray specs anymore. I mean, he's not wearing them. Ah, well. And up here is the last warp squid in Propeller Town. Warp squid. The last squid. Okay, I have 6. There are 2 more to find. And I'm pretty sure I know where both of them are. One of them is on the Scuttletown Island, and the other one is on Mugbog Island. Oops, oops. That was close. Yeah, let's save. Okay. And down we go. And time to use a pirate flare.
Pirate flare activated.
Oh, goodness. Gee, don't sound so surprised. Shantae's trying to forge another connection. Yeah, that's Shantae for you. Risky still hasn't been able to stop taking herself too seriously. Well, you're in luck there, Risky. One of your Tinkerbats helped us out with that. Yeah. All set for the final showdown, huh? Well, that's gonna wait. See, I have all of the heart squids and Cacklebats on Frostbite Island, but there's still one of each on Mugbog Island. Let's take care of that right now, shall we? Okay. What? What'd I hit? That indentation up there? Ugh. Okay, now I'm really annoyed. Oh, wait. I can get a running start up here. Oh! And this guy respawned because I moved far enough away. Let's try this again. Oh, bother. I just can't do it. Man, after all the times I've played this, this place is still brutal. Okay. Well, I'm about halfway there now. Those save points are usually about halfway through an island. Okay, so here we go. There's the heart squid. And now all that's left is the cacklebat, which is in the village of Lost Souls. Sorry for not talking, but I was just kind of in the zone. Note, by the way, that even though I gave away the death mask, I can still go in. So, yeah. And this is the end of Mugbog Island for me. Just finish this guy off and... yeah. So now there is one heart squid and 2 cacklebats left. And another pirate flare. I am not walking through that mess.
Pirate flare activated.
Okay. Whew. That place always stresses me out. Tan Line Island, I got everything. Spiderweb Island, I've got everything. Saliva Island, I've got everything. All that's left is Scuttletown. Let's go. So, which should I get first? Doesn't really matter, I suppose. This way is the heart squid. The heart squid is up at the top of this tree. I don't remember if I've ever actually pointed it out to you, but I'll bet that you saw it. Assuming you were paying close enough attention, and I'll bet some of you were. Okay, let's get my head start. And go on back. Now, if I'm really lucky, or rather, if I have the skill, I should be able to get all the way to the cacklebat with this one run. Oh! No, I almost made it. Yep, so using the hat and the cannon in this manner, you can get across that really large gap, and boom. Second to last cacklebat. Now the only one that's left is in the palace sewers, and as I've said, I'm saving that one for last, so that hopefully I can show you both endings. And I could just use a pirate flare to make it back, but this is so much fun I have to do it this way. And heart squids. This will finish off this lot. I now have a max life meter, all 10 hearts. So that's all there is to that. Now let's see what I can buy. Okay. There's not really anything left I need. I can buy some auto potions. I had 2. Now I have 5. Now 8. And now I have a max of 9. Guess I could fill up on pirate flares, but I really don't need those anymore. Bubbles? Yeah, I'm missing 1 bubble. So there we go. And, you know what? I think that's good enough. It's everything I care to buy. Okay, this video has run quite massively over time, so I am going to save and cut the video, and I will see you next time, YouTube viewers, on Let's Play Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, when we go to the final island and confront the Pirate Master himself. See you later.